so undisputed king of the first chair is Mr. Nate Dogg with 4 G's. So D-O-G-G-G-G.
Chad Otterstrom.
Oh, Chad. Oh, that's, yeah, I mean, and then you go with some of your, real talent too, like Chad O is such a, that's a guy with like a snowboarding film background that, is really, what a pedigree,
So what's good, Mr. LaConte?
We're on the Krusher T show, but T's not here, so it's the Krusher JLC show.
Right. And we're here with the man from Pinpin Films.
Trailer Tom's
in the house.
Yeah, I'm filling in for Tanner who couldn't make it tonight.
Right, he's working.
But you know what? Of all the people in the valley to have interviewed Trailer Tom the most, I think it'd probably be me. Yeah.
I would say when he said you guys were homies, then I was pretty happy.
All the important interviews, at least. Mr. John LaConte.
I'm a first chair regular, so over all the years, those overnight sessions there early in the morning with the cameras and the notepad, and I've been to many of those over the years. That's why I'm excited that you're here tonight, Tom, because your new project sounds really exciting.
Excited to be here, gentlemen.
It's super exciting. We got this is the 3rd major event, right? You had a Las Vegas thing, you had a summit thing, and now this is the 2nd summit thing.
Correct, 3rd major event. Tomorrow we're going to do a little Blu-ray giveaway premiere showing the film and open house.
So basically, Trailer Tom made his 20th anniversary film with Pinpin Films this year. Only this year, instead of making a standard, what you'd call non-fiction snowboarding movie, he went for a full-on fictional, true movie with a plot and the forces of good and evil and conflict and resolution and the whole shebang.
It's fully scripted, ready for Hollywood.
Yes, exactly, ready for Hollywood.
That's it, we went for a science fiction ski and snowboard film with the whole storyline and just like you said, Master of the Universe, battle for first chair.
So, Tom, and you played the major characters, which include Red Ice, the villain, although, he is human, so how much of a villain can he be when compared to the hero, TT-19, who is actually a robot.
Right.
And then there's also Molo, the man-bat looking thing.
Yes, Molo is a creature, so any good flick, you gotta have the creature feature in there to bring in the creature feature crowd, but the robot is an interesting character. TT-119 or TT-119 is his name. He's the astronaut figure disguised as an astronaut.
Robot map maker, right?
Robot map maker, so he's got this device where he gathers data across the universe and uses that for good or evil purposes, perhaps.
Is the device, does it resemble a selfie stick?
It does resemble a selfie stick. Also, people say it looks like a vacuum cleaner card. But if you think about robots, so you had first generation internet and second generation internet, they say Internet of Things. But a lot of those things that were programmed, you see vacuum cleaners running around people's homes in the form of robots. And, so what are we teaching those robots? To be our slaves, clean our homes? But it's a map-making device that's disguised as a vacuum cleaner.
So he's got dual purpose, right?
Dual purpose, yes.
He can clean your home and map the universe.
That's it. Snowboard down the mountain, hit the rails, hit the parks.
It's also
battle for first chair.
Convenient when you actually have to hold a selfie stick for filming, that you have a written into the script a reason for that.
Exactly, had to write that into the script. You see, when you have a pre-360 camera footage, GoPros or action cameras, a long selfie stick, you could point that back at yourself, but then the pole is in the shot. With the 360 cameras, you can actually stitch out that pole So once that technology came around, I was able to do the other character named Red Ice that carries a sword around. But he had these shots that I had of the robot character with a pole in the shot, or some of those ideas for, all right, this character's got to be carrying something on a big pole, which is this
So
map
do
making
we have
class.
human beings for these characters? Who is who?
Okay, so there's a red villainish character named Red Ice, and he is a human, as John said. He's got a minion named Molo, which is a creature that's a flying snow creature that also snowboards. And then finally, the hero of the film is a robot named TT-119, disguised as an astronaut.
So, I think it's genius that you wrote into the script the reason for the one character to be carrying the selfie stick, because that's always an annoying, kind of part of why we're looking at this. Did you just say though that as you had already started this project, then the technology came around to stitch that out of there, correct? Like
Right.
the 360 Instacam?
Yes, so the villain character I had in mind was a sort of an assassin type that would carry a dagger around. And the technology of the 360 cameras with that stitching feature, which just means if you have a selfie pole with a 360 camera on there, it makes that pole invisible. And so when I would carry the sword, the dagger of this character, and the selfie stick in the same hand, it would stitch out that camera, stitch out that pole, but the dagger would remain. So it allowed me to have that shot of filming myself with the snowboard character that would carry a dagger around.
Yeah, that's awesome. So then with the science fiction storyline, you did attempt to get it into Comic-Con.
I did, yes.
How
So
was it?
International San Diego Comic-Con just
Trailer
happened.
Tom, crash the party.
So John, if we compete for levels of geekness, I can claim that I dressed up in character and went to one of the largest comic conventions in the world. I think it is the largest comic.
No, it is, for sure. Yeah.
So quite an experience, and it was a really last-minute trip. They have a big table that they call freebies, where you can give things away. So I had films and posters and stickers, but everything has to be approved long in advance. And so I'm just learning this as I go. Same thing with submitting films to the Comic-Con showings of films. They have a whole section where they show big Hollywood movies, but then also an independent side. So just trying to throw things together late, I almost pulled it off, but just didn't happen this year. Gathered all the contact information for making that happen in the future. But yeah, it was a fun trip to Comic-Con.
Did they seem stoked that there was a snowboarder there? You were carrying a snowboarder on, right?
Yes. Now, if you're carrying weapons in Comic-Con of any kind, with a costume, you have to have those checked at the weapons station.
And the way you shred, it is a weapon.
Yeah, I was just going to
He
say,
kills.
you can slay with
Trailer
that
Tom kills, yeah. Hey, but yeah, so go on. So
Okay.
did they let you walk around with the snowboard at Comic-Con?
They did. They don't like anything with metal edges. So in snowboards, you can rip out the edges, but it was approved, and I don't know if it would be approved in the future or not, but they hadn't really seen a snowboard character before. I had the posters. They were all stoked, and
No way!
That's
Go
pretty
for it, kid.
dope,
Oh,
right?
hell yeah.
That is
first,
cool, man.
First descent.
Yes.
could be. Yeah.
Dude,
Well, I haven't
claim
seen any
it.
other characters as snowboarders in there.
So, and there were people, so then people were stoked on it, evidently.
They really liked it. Yeah, all the staff wanted to come by and take pictures with me and get the pictures and or posters and stickers that I was giving away.
That is cool, man.
So-
I respect that 100%.
Dude,
Like,
what hustle! Yeah,
Yeah.
to get down there. Hey, it reminded me actually. I started talking to you about this, off to the side of the set before, but I didn't get the story. So, because I know that you're kind of rogue. Like I know you would coach X Games in a similar way, right? Like that shirt that I had of the Pinpin from the X Games logo. Like that's kind of you. That technique didn't just occur to you right now. Like that's kind of part of your style, right?
Yeah, I mean, friends and I went to those very first Winter X Games, Crested Butte, Colorado, and it was really kind of a free-for-all. couldn't even really get a press pass back then. You just talked to folks that were running the contest. Hey, I want to film my friends, and they let you sit right on the sides of the big air jump. And, really a lot less structured than what you see on TV now.
Yeah, now it's kind of like a government regime. You got to go through this and that and this and that just to get a press pass.
Oh yeah, it's big time.
Having those experiences in your past, though, kind of gave you some of the confidence to just try it same way at the time.
Yeah, same thing. So it's been amazing. Just if you're carrying a video camera around, as you know, or you look sort of official, you can talk your way into many things.
You're dressed as Red Ice?
Dressed as Red Ice, yeah. But yeah, you can back it up quite a bit. Here's some posters with this character. Here's look up on YouTube or some other videos, and so then people say, all right, yeah, this is legit.
It's another thing for the Comic-Con folks to collect, big collectors.
Dude, and that's the first ever snowboarder.
You know, I'm a collector, comics, records, vinyl figures, shoes. I'm a nerd, super nerd at heart, but you know, I think you're mixing the two, super athlete with super nerd, and it melds super well. I mean, the whole concept is great. Getting local writers in it too, which is super cool because it just spreads more love. It's more of a community film than it is, you know, any other.
Absolutely, yeah. Collector of sorts myself. Started reading comic books when I was a kid, and really liked those storylines, the artwork in them. So a lot of inspiration from.
There's great art associated with this project as well. I was looking at Sarah Watson that did the art, and you know, I don't know.
The comic art, or
no, the art for his scene.
Oh.
You know, all the art for this project, like these posters.
Yes,
like,
yes.
You know, this stuff. It's very much in the theme of a comic, or you know, maybe kind of tattoo comic style.
Like anything else, it's a true life version that can be a comic.
And,
you know.
So she affected that really well in her style that she lent to this project. Do you want to quickly? Apparently, she got trailertom mobile again when he was really laid up. And
Oh, really?
yes, yeah. So like, you want to quickly just tell us
How important
met
is she?
her and show her
Yeah.
out a bit?
Yeah, without Sarah, I don't know if I would be here. Certainly don't think this project would be complete without Sarah. Sarah's an amazing artist.
I know. Thank you, Sarah. I appreciate it.
No, go on. Just kidding. Go on.
So yeah, Sarah, amazing artist. I had some bizarre health issues. I was losing feeling in my extremities, losing my motor skills, balance issues. So it got so bad if I closed my eyes in the shower, I may fall over, or just going numb, extremities. Wasn't sure I could snowboard, and did every test you can think of in the book. All kinds of high-powered doctors all over the state of Colorado and other states. Did tests down to the DNA, and everything just checked out. Healthy as a horse, nothing wrong with the kid, but something was wrong. I was nervous about falling on my snowboard, just on the ice, just with these balance issues. So I went to a cable park where you can wakeboard, and falling on the water is easier than falling on ice on the snowboard or concrete on the skateboard. And so met this gal, Sarah Watson, and her sister. They asked me why I was there. I explained the reason why I was there, and Sarah said, well, I have this company called Bodywork, so come in for a session. And at that point, I'm willing to try anything to try to heal. One session with Sarah restored all of the feeling to my upper body, and went back a couple weeks later, second session, restored all that feeling to my lower body. It was like flipping a switch, the miracle cure I was looking for.
What kind of work does she do? Is it acupuncture? Is it dry needling? Or is it
all of the
mixture?
above?
Okay.
Cupping, yeah, chiropractor, massage, pretty much anything to study to know about the body. Sarah studied it in depth. What really helped me was a technique called gua sha, Guasha,
Washout.
Washa, different spellings, but different pronunciations, but that's what I know it as.
The
Washa.
circulation.
Circulation thing. So it's similar to cupping. If you've seen people with bruising from cupping, gets that circulation moving. This is taking a stone or sometimes a spoon and scraping down bodily soft tissues, relaxing those muscles enough to have some chiropractor work or dry needle or etc. Have better effects. So one session of this technique is equivalent of 50 massages, 50 massages in a day. And gosh, that was just such a miracle worker. But she helps with diet and anything to do with health.
TT19 could hold his mapping sword or something like that.
Well, thank
Once again, yeah, he was able to pick up those weapons, get out there, and shred.
Thank you, Sarah. I mean, I appreciate it because I enjoy stuff like this. To show other people that come to my house or to say, hey, I know the guys. I know one of the guys even, let alone 5 or 6. And it's such a cool concept, film, all around idea.
But Sarah then, she must have then heard about this and said, I think I could provide some artwork for that.
Absolutely, yeah. So she had this company called Bodyworks. She really wanted to expand her art
She was
career.
just doing art as a hobby.
A little bit of both, but just not a serious career. And so I was working on this project, and just got to be friends over the years. So, hey, I need some artwork, and would you be willing to help? And the rest is history.
Yeah, it looks great. It really is helping the project. I think with all your posters and your shirt that you're wearing.
Thank you. Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
Well, gentlemen, would you like to get back to some music, and then we'll come back, and I really want to talk about the people starring in the film, because that's, I guess, 50% of it, right? We'll get back with some jams. We'll talk to Trailer Tom about Pinpin 20 and the launch party. We'll also have maybe John LaConte for us some freestyles. Maybe, if he's verbally equipped today.
Some beats and some freestyles.
Right? We got it. Well, enjoy.
So, Tom, I have not yet seen your movie, and I'm very stoked to do so, but having not been to one of the premieres, I think a lot of people are just like me, like, want to see it, have not yet seen it. If we go tomorrow, basically you'll be able to get a Blu-ray and watch it on an average computer.
Blu-ray, yeah, 3 Blu-rays, but we'll also be playing the film at the location. So come watch if you like. If you don't have a Blu-ray player, come hang out and watch. Have some food and grab some posters and stickers.
And you're doing that all on loop too, so you can watch it more than once.
Yep, looping the film.
From 1 p.m. to 8 p.m. you're going to loop it the entire time.
Correct. So,
And it's a 70-minute film.
yes, so it'll show multiple times tomorrow.
Great. 70-minute film. Tom, that's what a you really got to be proud of this accomplishment. That's impressive for a work of fiction like that that's scripted and has.
I got a film degree, and I haven't worked on anything past 15 minutes.
It's
To
quite
do
a...
a 70-minute film.
You're talking to a guy who made the Dean's List here too on that.
Right? Yeah,
So,
yeah,
Who knows?
yeah.
It's a big project, and couldn't do it without the help of a lot of friends. So John's been up on the hill with us, and he knows what that's all about. It's a lot of work behind the scenes. It's a lot of fun as well.
So, and Tom, that's basically all that time spent out there in those vibes of camping out that A Basin or Loveland or whoever it is announces, hey, we're going to start on October 14th. Today is October 11th. You guys get the gear, you go camp, and then it's like, okay, now we have all this sort of idle time. Those are the hours now that you put into kind of getting this film created. Is that did I have that right?
Absolutely, yeah. So there's a lot of standing in line. It might be multiple days, might be over a week. So lots of catching up to do, shoot interviews on the side, catch up with friends. We have a whole crew now called the First Chair Family that extends all throughout the Vail Valley and over into the Summit County area as well.
Yeah, a lot of those names are on your poster. Listeners tonight may recognize Cesar Hermosillo is a guy a lot of people know from that first chair crew here in Vail. He's a long
Cesar.
time. Yeah, Cesar grew up in Minturn. So,
His older brothers, Bobby and Bob, are my best friends.
There you go. So yeah, Minturn.
Grew up with them boys.
Right.
Across the tracks, homies.
Uh-huh. So,
Great.
Hollywood Heights is what we used to call it.
there you go. So yeah, that's kind of probably your most local connection here in the film. But I recognize a few other names like we have Rob Bach here on the show a lot, and Taylor Paris is in there, fellow Rubino's
Chad
brother.
Otterstrom.
Oh, Chad. Oh, that's yeah. I mean, and then you go with some of your real talent too. Like Chad O is such a, that's a guy with like a snowboarding film background that is really what a pedigree. Yeah.
Lots of legendary folks in this film.
For sure. I mean,
Very stoked to have them.
Hey, top billing is Ryan Napton. Was he carving in your film?
Right, yeah. Ryan, amazing carver, and he's got quite a few excellent carving shots.
Does he? Okay. Did any of those ones where he like comes out of that front side carve and then does a 3 into that, like just sort of, airs that nice 3 into that, right into that next backside carve?
You know it, and then some. I mean, he can link these tricks. It's like dancing on the snow. I don't know how to describe it. It's, I haven't seen anything like it. But he really started this whole movement.
Yeah.
I think of the flatland butter tricks and linking tricks and making it all look so smooth and natural.
So this group, you call them First Chair Family, but there was another name for this group that I like to take the credit. I think I coined it, but Z Griff might say he coined the term. But when Nate Dogg was, getting a lot of media and kind of around the state as like the first chair, guy, and everyone would make sure they wanted to spell it right, and they would say 4 Gs. So we started calling everyone the 4G Network. You remember that nickname for the
Absolutely,
right?
yeah. So undisputed king of the first chair is Mr. Nate Dogg with 4 Gs. So D-O-G-G-G-G.
And he's in the film too.
He's in the film, yeah. He is a star of the film. Can't have this film without the whole first chair adventure couldn't happen without Nate. Yeah, that 4 Gs is all about Nate wanting his mom to be able to follow him online, because Nate's from Minnesota, moved out to Colorado years ago in the 90s, but yeah, there's not too many Nate Doggs with 4 Gs out there, so much easier to track online.
There's only the triple OGs, right?
That's it.
The quadruple OG.
And they get it right, like on the news and stuff when he's on there, and they put that title bar across the lower third of the screen. Like it's got those 4 Gs in it. They get it right. Hey, when you were doing this and those news channels, like those Denver news channels were showing up in the morning, were you in full costume and they really interviewing you?
I would be in full costume, yes, interviewing, and sometimes I would try to not break character.
Oh, nice. So we gotta find some Red Ice. So there's interviews out there of Red Ice in character talking to like whoever 9 News or something.
There's a few. Most of those got cut before they'd actually make it live on the air. But yeah, or the live ones couldn't be cut. But yeah, some of those pre-shot and cut together pieces.
And they'd be like, no, okay, now pan over to this guy. Sir, what is with this get up here? You want to tell us a little bit about what you're wearing here today? And then you'd be in Red Ice character, and what would you say?
Oh, I just try to, talk like I'm. Yeah, so I'd be the villain. So well.
In character.
Okay, so.
So what? No, Cindy, pan over to this character over here. Sir, what is with your get up here today? What do they call you?
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm here to get the first chairlift of the season.
And what do they call you, sir?
My name is Red Ice.
Red Ice.
That is correct.
And what does that mean?
What does your name mean? What do you mean, what does it mean?
Well, my name's Tom Tucker, and I'm here with Channel 7 News.
Tom Tucker, what kind of name is that? Sounds like a made-up name to me. This was my birth name, my government name. It's on my IDs. You can check it. This is my buddy Nate Dogg. You can check his credentials as well. We bring receipts for it.
All right.
Red Ice. I can't wait to see this guy. All right, tomorrow.
Now, Red Ice has a whole audio like not like an auto tune, but some effects on that voice. So can't get the exact red ice
I got it.
in character without some of the help from the software.
We got to bring the software next time. I'll have a little voice.
And we'll have him. Yeah, we'll have him get in full costume.
Yeah.
And we'll have Tom Tucker back to conduct the interview.
Tom Tucker, that's such a.
So Tom Tucker needs to interview Chris James, who helped with all of the audio for the film.
Okay.
So this is an original score, basically, and audio and sound effects.
Cool.
So you basically had a guy go over it and get that audio perfect.
Yep. Snowboard friend Chris James, amazing. Just audio is dialed. I really like this soundtrack.
So to catch it all, where are we watching it tomorrow? Where can we go and check it all out? Refresh my memory.
Okay, there's a building on the corner of 1st and Main Street in Frisco. 101 East Main Street, and swing by there anytime from 1 p.m. to 8 p.m. tomorrow. And you'll see posters and signs and people hanging out. Come on by and watch it. Pick up your copies on Blu-ray.
Yeah, food, DVDs, Blu-rays, and you gotta watch the film.
Can't wait for everybody to see it.
Yeah, and if you can't make it, you gotta send a homie to go get you a Blu-ray so that you can watch it, because that's basically going to be the only way you can watch it. Tom, you were trying to get it streaming on a big-time platform. It might happen, right?
Yes, it's dangerously close, and this is all new to me for the streaming world. When we would put out the older films, you'd make a film and a distribution company would pick that up. So they'd write you a check for X amount of DVDs or VHS.
Like it's 17 cents would be about what that check would be.
Oh yeah, you know it, the royalties, but then you'd be done. So here's the film and cut the check, and you're all set. But totally different landscape now with these streaming platforms. So submit to the streaming platforms. It's been accepted, and my understanding is reading through all the process there. Can't even mention the names of those until it's live and it's actually going. But it's something that you would have heard of.
You've heard of
it.
Yeah. So, but until then, gotta go send a homie to get a Blu-ray.
Yeah, tomorrow from 1 to 8.
In Frisco.
101 East Main Street, Suite 108, Frisco, Colorado, 80443.
Look for the insane mega villain in the red costume.
Be there, be square.
Well, we're going to get back to some music, and then we're going to have Tom back, and we'll talk more shop. Enjoy.